Good afternoon. So, these are the topics we are going to discuss today from today's the Hindu newspaper. So this was the news from the first front page of the newspaper, which is talks about the Indo US relationship. The news was about recently, that means yesterday, that the new president of the US make a phone call and talked with our Indian president over phone, and they were discussing about certain things. So these are the points they have highlighted, and they have mentioned the relationship. They have called it for the fair bilateral trading relationship, and which indicates another one. India is hosting the leader in the quadrilateral grouping. Already we had discussed enough about this quadrilateral group. That means quad member countries, Okay, QUAD, quad member countries. Which other another known is the quadrilateral security dialogue group. Okay, under which Australia, India, Japan, and US. They are the member countries. Okay, and they also discussed about the regional issues, including security in the Indo-Pacific and in the Middle East and Europe. They wanted to promote the peace settlement in this region. And another important talking between them are increasing India's procurement of America-made security equipment, which means a defense settlement, and moving towards a fair bilateral trading relationship. Okay, this is what the name they are. It is being given, and India the president also invited our Indian president to come to White House in the uh, February month. This is another one. Then in US India strategic partnership and Indo Pacific Quad partnership, with India hosting Quad leaders for the first time later in this year. Okay, that is why some of the expectation is there. So this is what the two nations bilateral issues are highlighted between two great leaders. Okay, so from the upcoming news, the both country will formulate how the trade and other Indo-Pacific region has to be coordinated by both the countries with the help of Quad countries, and how they are going to tackle against the China's movement, and how they are going to role play with other international issues like Israel and Ukraine and Russia. So many things are there that will come up after meeting each other, and through their diplomatic way. Okay, so this is the one general news about the both two leaders talk took place yesterday. Then this one, it's on editorial news. It talks about the U.S. immigration blocks as a self-defeating path. Actually, this author is highlighting the decision of U.S. president, who is stopping, or who is taking decision, or who has already signed an executive order of sending the illegal migrants out from their native land, from their US land. Okay, and so what would be the impact of sending the immigrations, or reducing their visa relaxation? So how it will impact in US point of view, that is highlighted here. Okay, so the entire article talks about the H1, the H1B visa. Okay, So what is the H1B visa? It is the temporary non-immigrant classification, the order. So that allows US employers to petition for the foreign workers to perform their service. Okay. Okay, those who are working, the foreigners, those who are settled there US for the working visa, and it is valid for the 3 years. It's valid for 3 years, and they can extend it for further 3 years. So overall, with the permission, it is 6 years. Okay, so now the current the president, okay, he is going to take away some of the positive points from related to H1B1 visa. Otherwise, in other word, we can say some of the restriction he is going to put. Okay, how so? If the restriction increased over the H1B visa, then what will happen? Okay, so this is what entire article talks about. And a decrease, which means some statistics he has given. A decrease of 1% in initial employment from the H1B supply could have an impact in terms of the foreign affiliate growth rate between 10% to 20%, which means 1% எம்ப்ளாய்மெண்ட் வந்து H1B விசாவை ரெஸ்ட்ரிக்ட் பண்ணி குறைச்சா the growth rate, அதாவது ஃபாரின் அலியேட் growth ரேட்னா ஃபாரின் கண்ட்ரியை சார்ந்து இருக்கிற growth டெவலப்மெண்ட் வந்து டெவலப்மெண்ட் மேல உள்ள தாக்கம் 10% 20% இருக்கும் அப்படின்ட்டு சொல்றார். Okay, this is what by reducing 1% of employment through H1B visa, which will impact the foreign affiliate growth development or growth rate about 10 to 20%. This is one point. Another second point, for every 10 H1B position denied, the US multinational firms hire an average of 8 foreign workers abroad. Okay, ஒவ்வொரு 10 H1B பெட்டிஷனுக்கும் deny பண்ணா, so to match that one, 8 foreign workers they have to hire abroad. Okay, so other research shows third point, each H1B visa holders create 1.83 additional job for native born American workers over the next 7 years. This is another positive point related to America. அதாவது wow, every one H1B visa holders, they are creating 1.83 additional job to the American itself. This is what. Okay, another one. Historically, they attracted significant investment, creating jobs at a higher rates than native founded firms. Okay, so the investment also increasing. So instead of restricting the H1B visa, let it be as it is, or you have to do relaxation the H1B visa. That is what the author trying to convey. Okay, and in the positive point, he explained these are the points. This is the first point. Every 1% it will impact on their economic growth about 10 to 20%. And second point, for every 10 H1B visa position, if you denied, then average of 8% they have to hire abroad. Then third one, every one HB visa holders creating 1.83 additional job to the native America itself. Then third one, they are creating the investment point of view also, the growth is increasing if we through the H1 visa holders. So these are the points he is highlighted. And another one, in terms of wages, the native wages also raised when foreign science, technology, engineering, and mathematics workers are hired. That is why in simple terms they mention STEM. That means employees comes under the category of science and technology, engineering, and mathematics. Those who are comes under this category to US. Okay, they, because of them, the native employees wages also increased. This is the point. Okay, and this one. So in the national level, the foreign STEM workers following may account for 30 to 50 percentage. Okay, because of them, around growth rate around 40 to 4 to 8 percentage of the skill biased productivity growth are there, because the science and technology, engineering and mathematics, they are helping in terms of skilled produced growth, based produced growth. And another one, the H1B workers earn lower wages than their US counterpart. This is actual. Okay, in any country used to be do like this only. And in between 2003 to 2021, the workforce of the US rose by 52 percentage. Their wages for US workers grew by 39 percentage. So recent study shows that knowledge spillovers and productivity gain from high skilled immigration actually increase native wages. That because of these H1B visa holders, the skill immigration actually increase in terms of the knowledge productivity. Okay, and some of the other journals also done that research. Based on their research, um, the college graduate in the population causes patents per capita to increase 9 percentage to 18 percentage. How it has increased through the higher education, the higher concentration of the H1B workers, such as Silicon Valley, have become global innovation hub. Up to 71% of technical workers in Silicon Valley are foreign born. Okay, this report says. Okay, so if it is in this case, if you are restricting H1B visa, then this scenario will be in reverse order. In Silicon Valley, filled with knowledge partners or knowledge persons from all over the world, that is about 70%, 71% of the technical workers in that Silicon Valleys are foreign born. Okay, so restricting this talent flows risk undermining the very foundation of America's technical leadership. Okay, so these are the negative impact of restricting too much on H1B visa. Okay, and India point of view, the brain circulation. This paragraph talks about brain drain to brain circulation. Okay, once upon a time we were talking about brain drain. Okay, brain drain in the same meaning. So using the knowledge or using the brain activities from native place to some other countries. Okay, for other countries growth, other countries technological development, that is brain drain. But the in the globalization scenario or globalization era, the brain drain concept changed into brain circulation. How means? So by some estimate, Indians received around 70% of the high H1B visas annually. This is the data about India's. And yeah, so once upon a time, we were talking about brain drain. Entire brain is drained to the US development and US based product. Now it is shifted into brain circulation. Okay, how since the experience, these Indians receive abroad and significantly boosted India's technical sector and innovation ecosystem, which means they Indians or Indian young people, they got visa and they learned many things from, they used the knowledge partner or knowledge platform in US. Then by gaining the knowledge, they are investing the knowledge in India's ecosystem, innovation ecosystem and India's technical sector, which means the brain circulation is there. Okay, but 10 or 1 or 2 decades ago, it was not like this. Only they used to go there and they will settle there. Okay, so today's world is highly interconnected. Competition is for both global talent and future innovation hub. So this is what another one meaning we can give for the brain circulation, how the brain circulation is happening. Okay, brain circulation is talking about the innovative ideas, the technological skills, and most talented persons in certain area. Okay, so these are all circulated because of the entire globe is interconnected and the competitions also there in the skill market. This is what. So at the same time, when if US is restrict the skilled immigration, it does not protect job, it export them. This is indirectly, it will affect the US economy or US technological related work or related innovative work. எப்படின்னா if they are restricting the skilled immigration, யார் யாரெல்லாம் டேலண்டடோ யார் யாரெல்லாம் ஹை ஸ்கில்டு லேபர்ஸோ அவங்க மேல if they are restricting, அப்ப என்ன ஆகும்? இட் இஸ் நாட் ப்ரொடெக்டிங் their ஜாப், இட் இஸ் எக்ஸ்போர்ட்டிங் their ஜாப். எனக்கு வந்து இந்தியன்ஸ் வந்து ஒரு 5,000 பீப்புள்ஸ் ஆர் 70% ஆஃப் தி பீப்புள்ஸ் ஆர் டினைட் டு செட்டில் இன் அமெரிக்கா, then they have to come back. சரியா? So India has to provide certain platform, otherwise they will, so every Indians they will do work from India. Okay, and we will at the same time, from America point of view, they have to export their work to finish that. Okay, outsourcing work. So India point of view, other country point of view, it is a good one, but in America point of view, it will affect their economy. That is what in the first paragraph we said. Okay, the foreign alleviate growth rate will reduce. அதாவது மற்ற கண்ட்ரியை சார்ந்த growth rate, மற்ற கண்ட்ரியை சார்ந்த பொருளாதார வளர்ச்சி வந்து reduce ஆகும் if they are restricting too much on this H1B visa to the skilled laborers or technically sounded people. Okay, and a talent flywheel, while H1B debate in America unfold, India needs to be ready to transform its leadership with skilled migration. Author says we have to be ready now to face such kind of, to face or to receive such kind of talented people to work in India or to work in India's innovative purpose. Okay, so there is not only the talent exported, but the dynamic participant in global innovation network, where outward mobility generate inward flow of knowledge, capital and innovation. எப்படி இங்க இருந்து இதெல்லாம் வெளிநாட்டுக்கு போச்சோ அதே மாதிரி it has to be in reverse order. For that India should be ready. Okay, this transformation will ultimately rest on three pillars. First, talent is not about building walls, but about creating magnetic poles of innovation. Note down these valid statement. So India needs more specialized innovation cluster with global standard. இதுதான் நம்மட்ட missing. இது இருந்துன்னா no one is going to fly abroad. Abroad people come and settle in India, they will do their innovative work. Okay, so we are having we are lacking in this thing, innovation cluster with global standard. We do not have. Another one, tax incentives, India ready to give, and India ready to give research grants. Okay, இது எல்லாமே ரொம்ப கம்மி. Normally if you take any private university, any government university, okay, the grants and aid given for the research is very less. ஓகே, இப்போ பிரைவேட் யூனிவர்சிட்டிலாம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா வெறும் 21,000 ரூபா தான் ஸ்டைஃபண்ட் பார்த்தா, அது 8,000, 7,000, 18,000. Okay, these are all very lots of amount is being spent in many areas, but India should spend more on this research side also. Okay, அப்ப இதுல என்ன ஆகும்? Those who are not unemployed people, unemployed youth, they will start in research. ஏன்னா they need money to survive. So if the research purpose, if government is spending 50,000 or 90,000 per month, automatically instead they will doing certain innovative work through which they will come up with new startup. Okay, for that such kind of platform must be created. For that the huge amount should be devoted from the budget side. Okay, இதெல்லாம் இருக்கணும். இப்படி இருந்தாதான் if other countries they are restricting foreigners to enter, then those person they will come into our countries, or our own people they will come in our countries and they will do certain they will continue the work whatever already they have done in outside. Okay, this is the one point. Second point, India needs to switch a gear from playing catch up to setting new paradigms and creating new global standard. In the first statement again same he is repeating in different words. Okay, and India stock and UPI stand out as a share. The third is the cultivation of true innovation ecosystem that supports risk taking and experimentation. A startup visa program, for instance, could attract global entrepreneurs to build India. So the most important, you noted down separately how India should be, how India should act, how India should be ready to receive other talented person from outside whenever such kind of things taken place in the US or any other country situation, any other countries also such kind of situation arise. Okay, this is the it's a very good article. So once again, summarize or once again revise this article. Okay. Then next one, this is a very simple one. This is talks about the budget must have given more focus or sufficient focus to Ministry of Environment Affairs. Always Ministry of Environment Affairs. The history says the Ministry of Environment Affairs receives only here it has mentioned. Wait a minute. Okay, Samaritan. So we will come by one paragraph by paragraph. So union budget is prepared every year. Okay. So public attention often the entire budget mostly centered on taxation, infrastructure, defense. That much only. Adim Tandi, they should give important to Ministry of External Affairs also, because last year the Ministry of Economic Affairs budget saw a 23% spike, up from 4% annual increase between 2017 and 2023. Okay, and the efficient budget utilization exceeding 96% of the reverse estimate. The Ministry of External Affairs remain one of the least funded ministry. இதுதான் வந்து true. Okay, so Ministry of External Affairs are playing the vital role dealing the trade and commerce and the relationship, bilateral, unilateral, and government to government, government to business, business to, these are all things maintained by the Ministry of External Affairs. So that should to have given more amount from the devoted more amount from the budget. The authors they are highlighting. Okay, the vision of our vision another Vikshit Bharat by 2014. Okay, how it is going to play globally with other countries, and we are engaging the quad countries. Just now we saw the quad: India, Australia, Japan, and US. We are engaged, and we are going to take the leadership also. Okay, so through that leadership or through that organization, we need much more fund to maintain, or much more fund to increase its activity globally. Another one, already we are having the we only just started along with the France, the International Solar Alliance, and another one, the Coalition for Disaster Resilient Infrastructure. So for all major global project needs money to improve or to build or to sustain or to attract other countries also to invest in these areas. So for that, the ministry must have get more money. Okay, instead of simply giving salary to the officials in the Ministry of Environment, External Affairs. Okay, so current budget just 4% of the India overall expenditure is there. இது ரொம்ப கம்மி, அதான் சொல்றாங்க. Okay, and why it is needed, the author has explained in these two paragraphs. We have to expand the human resources and research expertise. One purpose. Then India's regional connectivity faced new challenges in 2024. Bangladesh and regime change, Myanmar instability. Okay, and strained ties with Nepal and Maldives, and India outstands. Then Sri Lanka's president, then Bhutan prime minister visited here, and always we are aiming for the neighborhood first policy that require the economic support. And another one, the China's growing influence. Okay, these are all the major problem. We are not a problem. Some of the issues going in and around India, to tackle these countries or to tackle these problems or issues raised by these neighboring countries, the ministry must have amount or budget. That is what author says. And another one, the India aid to some of the foreign countries. Okay, but that is declined from 10% in 2024. Another one, actually this is not a valid point, because Trump itself mentioned during his presidential address that I'm going to stop all the grant and aid to the other countries. ஓகே, அதாவது என்னோட பணத்தை எதுக்கு வீணா மத்த கண்ட்ரிக்கு கொடுத்து பயன்படுத்துறது. ஓகே, அண்ட் அதே மாதிரி தான் நம்ம வி ஆர் ஆல்சோ கிவிங் கிராண்ட், பட் தட் இஸ் ஃபார் ஃப்ரெண்ட்லி கனெக்ஷன் பிட்வீன் இந்தியா அண்ட் நெய்பரிங் கண்ட்ரிஸ். அப்படியே கொடுக்கறனாலும் then we need amount, we need money. For example, already we have given around regional grid connectivity க்கு பங்களாதேஷ் around 200 crore கொடுத்துட்டு இருந்தோம், but now it is reduced to 120 crore. And while Sri Lanka also saw 63% increase in budgetary allocation. And the line of credit, one more grant is there. So 40% of the line of credit direct to the neighborhood. Bangladesh, the largest recipient of around $7.86 billion. Okay, for எதுக்குலாம் sustainable infrastructure financing. Okay, இப்படி கொடுக்கறதுனால, so whenever there is a dispute arise, that will be solved in an amicable manner. Okay, aduna. And not only this one, another purpose of allocating more fund from the budget is to foreign ministers training program and cultural diplomacy. These are all okay, these are all the points, and it should be considered by the finance minister. Okay, this is what the authors are highlighted certain issues. Then the next topics, this is about, yesterday we saw one news, no, the Guillain-Barré syndrome, Guillain-Barré syndrome, GBS in Pune. Around 100 cases are increased. And yesterday I said this is one of the bacteria, and noted down this bacteria also, Campylobacter. Okay, Campylobacter jejuni is the bacteria. It's found in contaminated food and water. Okay, to be behind the first cluster of the case. So, and gastro entities and vomiting, diarrhea, nausea, இதெல்லாம் வருது. So in India, like country India, where in many urban and rural migration took place, or many the outer metropolitan cities having the these kind of problems are there, unhygienic situations are there. Okay, so for that government has to take some of the steps. Okay, that is what the GBS is a rare, is the autoimmune neurological disorder, yesterday I said, in which the person's immunity system launches an attack on peripheral nerve system that lead to tingling, weakening the muscles, numbing and paralyze the arms and legs. Okay, so these are the, but it's not related to the like polio. And it could be at the same time there is no vaccine, there is no proper treatment also there. Okay, but one of the treatment it is going on, the patients are treated with plasma exchange or intravenous immunoglobulin therapy. It costs about 1 lakh, more than 1 lakh. So government should ready to tackle such kind of things. Okay, already the World Health Organization report 1993, it was estimated that 138 cases of GBS were seen annually in 7 major teaching hospitals, approximately 70% of the case occurring in adults. Okay, so this is not a new one, this is there, but the reason or cause we know, because of the unhygienic food and what contaminated water. So government should taken care of these things, because the final point of view, the peoples are the sufferer one, most sufferer. Peoples in the sense citizens are suffering a lot. So citizens means again the vulnerable people, again the adult, again the children, they are affected a lot. So for that, government and government officials took responsibility to maintain good hygienic condition and avoiding the contaminated waters wherever it is there. Okay, then this is one recent topics about the tungsten mine. The tungsten mining was cancelled, annually means cancelled by the central government. Okay, and peoples were protest against the mining, and behind this one politics also there, but out of which some of the points explained very clearly. They said the contract of mining around total area is around 2015 hectare, but already the The auction is already given to the Vedanta Hindustan Singh Limited. It's another branch of the Vedanta group. Okay, but in the Aritapatti, the Tamil Nadu is the first biodiversity heritage site. So in the some of the areas comes under this biodiversity. That is why people protest. Okay, and why they protest means in that region, the Aritapatti Tamil biodiversity heritage site included endangered historical cave temples, Jain temples, and Tamil Brahmic script and habitat for very rare species. But central government what says only 20.16 square kilometer comes under only the square kilometer land. Only around 2 kilometers square kilometer only within the Aritapatti and Meenakshipuram village. Okay, but they are not notified notified the biodiversity site. ஸோ அதனால அது பாதிக்காத வகையில அதை ஸ்கிப் பண்ணி மற்ற ஏரியாவில் வந்து தே கேன் டூ மைனிங்னு ஜியாலஜிக்கல் சர்வே ஆஃப் இந்தியாவில் வந்து சர்வே எடுக்க சொல்லியிருந்தாங்க. பட் பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் த பொலிட்டிக்கல் ப்ரெஷர், பொலிட்டிசைசிங் த இஷ்யூ, சென்ட்ரல் கவர்மெண்ட் வித்ட்ரா த ப்ராஜெக்ட். ஓகே, and this is what politics seem to have played a larger role than the India's strategic need for tungsten. Okay, tungsten pati some points you noted down. Tungsten, another one name is old form, its symbol is W. Okay, and it's a another one its atomic number is 74, I think so. Atomic number that not that much important needed, 74, and it is having the high melting point and boiling point, and mostly used in the technological electrical component where it is being used. And at the same time, only 5% of tungsten mining resources are in Tamil Nadu, Haryana, and West Bengal, and the rest of the distributed in Karnataka, Rajasthan, Andhra Pradesh. So, prelim point of view, these are important where the tungsten mining rare materials are there, ore materials are there. And another one, there is an act called the Mines and Mineral Act that empowers the central government to exclusive auction mining leases for critical minerals. Okay. And one more my materials also there. The molybdenum. Molybdenum is there. It's a lustrous material. That's palabalakan material. Okay, it's mentioned in MO and okay, these are all. So finally, the project is cancelled because of the political pressure and people's protest. And this is one of the good article. And what are the points I have highlighted under this Supreme Court's journey reflects evaluation in rights and reach. Chief Justice of India, because 75 years have transformed the top court, yet it stand anchored its fundamental foundation mission. So some of the points he has highlighted in his lecture or in his speech. He said there are 3 challenges before the court. One we know very well, the pendency, case pendency. Because of the case pendency, delay in justice are there. One. And another one is the litigation cost. And the practice of falsehood. அதாவது பொய் சாட்சி மூலமா தவறான பைசா money minded justice delivery system. So these are the major challenges. Okay, in the 3 challenges, once again he explained the weight of arrears which continues to delay justice. Weight of arrears na pending cases. Again, mounting cost of litigation threatened through accessibility. அதனால உண்மையிலே நீ கேஸ் ஃபைல் பண்றவங்களுக்கு அது பண்ண முடியாம போயிடும் because of the higher cost. Okay, third வந்து the most fundamentally justice cannot thrive where and when falsehood எங்கெல்லாம் வந்து falsehood is practice, தவறான நீதி முறையில வந்து இத வாதாடுவாங்கல்ல, அதாவது ஒன் சைடட் ஆர் ஃபால்ஸ் சைடட், பணத்துக்காக வாதாடுறது. Okay, that is the biggest challenge அதுதான் in Indian judicial system that he is highlighted one side. And another one that in practical, and this is one of them, these points also noted on separately, the justice must be both principled and practical. If you are doing like this, so it makes the constitutional promise of justice, social justice, economic justice, and political justice. Okay, a living reality for millions of Indians. Okay, this one. And how the judicial is taking evolving role. Other he is explaining. Okay, Supreme Court evolving role in our constitutional framework. Epdina, no other apex court had navigated such an expansive dominant, like from personal liberty to environmental issue. அது தனி மனித உரிமையா இருக்கட்டும், environmental related issue இருக்கட்டும், from intellectual property rights to privacy to the right to information. And the privacy to the right to information is one of the strengthening the electoral democracy by establishing the voter they must know about their candidate through the right to information and the freedom of expression, which include the right to impart and receive information. Okay, these are all strengthening the democratic value or the constitutional value has been given to the people. That is upheld or strengthened by the apex court. Then the court also dismantled the gender stereotype in employment. It recognized this is a new direction he has explained. We are always talking about personal right, personal liberty, but he's talking about the digital rights. Okay, it has a new frontier of the constitutional protection. And the apex court struck down the vague restriction on online speech, extending constitutional safeguard of digital space. Other digital space, there's a freedom of speech and has been given in the name of the digital right given by the Supreme Court. This is what he has explained. Then in the court also strengthened India's economic landscape by injecting clarity, efficiency, and fairness, be it in the solvency and bankruptcy code. அதாவது பேங்க்ல வந்து திவால் ஆகும்ல, அதை தடுக்கிறதுக்கு. அண்ட் ஆர்பிட்ரேஷன் அண்ட் கன்சிலியேஷன் ஆக்ட், இது திஸ் ஆக்ட் இஸ் பாஸ்ட் இன் 1996. இது எதுக்கு அப்படின்னா டு ப்ரொவைட் யூனிஃபைடு லீகல் ஃப்ரேம்வொர்க், அத ஒரே மாதிரியான ஃப்ரேம்வொர்க் எதுக்குன்னா ஃபார் ஃபேர் அண்ட் எஃபிஷியன்ட் செட்டில்மெண்ட் ஆஃப் commercial dispute by arbitration and conciliation. Okay, this is on legal framework and unified legal framework for fair and efficient settlement whenever the dispute because of the arbitration and conciliation. So these are all the overall how the judicial activism or judiciary is taking role in different direction to strengthen the constitutional values. Okay, he has spoken. And there is one common article related to health issue. So World Health Organization says replace regular salt, table salt with lower sodium salt. எதுக்கு அப்படின்னா to avoid or to prevent non-communicable disease like heart attack and kidney disease and blood pressure. அது எப்படி ஒரு சால்ட் வந்து சோடியம் பேஸ்டு சால்ட்டை குறைச்சா எப்படி இது இந்த மாதிரி நான் கம்யூனிகபிள் டிசீஸ்ல இருந்து மிட்டிகேட் பண்ணலாங்கிறது the article explains, the WHO organization. And millions of people, around 1.9 millions of people are dying in heart attack, heart related disease because of the intake of high sodium salt. அதுதான் ஏன் ஆக்சுவலி WHO ரெக்கமெண்டே என்ன பண்ணுதுன்னா ஒரு நாளைக்கு sodium intake to be less than 2 gram a day. இப்ப நம்ம வீட்டுல உப்பு வச்சிருக்கோம்ல, பாத்துக்கோங்க எவ்வளவு சாப்பிடுறோம்னு. அப்போ சோடியம் இன்டேக் எடுக்கிறனால என்ன ஆகுங்கிறத he explained this one. See, salt என்ன செய்யுதுன்னா salt forces body to retain water. Okay, water வந்து retain பண்ணுது. அப்படின்னா eating too much salt means more water in the blood vessel. ஓகே, அப்ப பிளட் வெசல்ல நிறைய வாட்டர் அதிகமா இருந்ததுன்னா பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் த சால்ட் என்ன ஆகும், பிளட் பிரஷர் இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆகும். ஸோ பிளட் பிரஷர் இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆச்சுன்னா ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கலி இட் வில் ஸ்ட்ரென்தன் இது வீக்கனிங் த ஹார்ட் மசில்ஸ், ஹார்ட் அந்த வெசல்ஸ். ஓகே, ஸோ the reduce the load on the system and that will increase the blood pressure. So it will lead to the cardiovascular disease. Okay, so that is this is the explanation how the sodium based salt is affecting or promoting or increasing the non-communicable diseases. And globally around 1.9 million people are dying due to the high sodium intake. Okay, and some and how we can replace this sodium salt means, so one suggestion is given, instead of NaCl based salt, you can use KCl, potassium chloride based salt, for consumption. Okay, otherwise simply reduce the intake of salt in food, that's all, for good health. Then move to the next one. This is the last topics of today's newspaper, I think. Yeah, ISRO has launched the 100th satellite yesterday. Not yesterday. Today is early morning. Okay, it is a GSLV F-15. The first launch was took place in SLV-3E10 in August 1971. The Rohini satellite. That time, the former President Abdul Kalam was the mission director, and some of the things were highlighted here. Okay, like wait a minute. So some of the famous mission by the ISRO has been highlighted, especially. And geographic, some here they have mentioned, you can read out later. Chandrayaan 1, Chandrayaan 2, Chandrayaan 3, then Polar Mission, then Mangalyaan, okay, and Mangalyaan, then Aditya 1 recently, then Castro 2 series satellites, and in one single shot they have recorded their about 104 satellites in a single flight, but it was later broken by the SpaceX Falcon 9 that launched 1/4. These are some of the famous mission by the ISRO. Okay, so one geography point of view, why they are they have chose the location east coast, not the west coast. Okay, so prelim point of view or general point of view, you noted on this point, because in the east coast, some having some unique features like good launch Alimuth corridor. அப்படின்னா என்ன அப்படின்னா, this is what அதாவது திசை கோணம்னு சொல்லுவாங்களா, அதை லான்ச் பண்ணனுக்கு அதுக்கேற்ற மாதிரி பண்றது, ஈஸியா டைவர்ட் பண்றது. Okay, in Tamil it is called the angle, திசை direction angle. It is easy in the east coast. One, another one, it is near to the equator, the benefiting eastward launches. This is another second one. And the third one, the large uninhabited area for the safety zone in the east coast compared to west coast. Okay, these are the three reasons they have chosen the Sriharikota for the ideal location for the spaceport. இது மட்டும் கொஞ்சம் ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கோ. Okay, rest of things are you know very well. Okay, so these are all the today's topics from today's the Hindu newspaper. So once again, you go through everything, read carefully, then we will meet tomorrow. Okay, so thank you so much.